All right, hey guys, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Customer Success, and I want to say thank you for joining us here on the live stream today. Now, today we're going to be talking about Theme Designer. So I'm going to go in Theme Designer. I'm going to show you how to customize your display name as well as your menu items. We can also play around with some other customization while we're in there, and it's going to help you really make your Zenfolio site unique and match up to your brand. Now, for those of you guys who this is your first time watching Zenfolio Live, make sure to say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're from, and if you have any questions about Zenfolio, definitely get those in the chat so I can make sure to answer those live. For those of you guys who are watching the recorded version of this, we would love to have you guys join us on a live stream, but I understand that life is busy and you can't always make it to things when you would want to. So there is a link in the description of the video below where you can actually ask questions for the following link, or the following week, not link, the following week. You can ask questions for the following week, and I'll make sure to answer those for you on next week's live stream. And I'm going to get to some of those questions today from last week as well. Nice to see Roxanne already in the chat saying hi to us. It's always good to have Roxanne from Canada hanging out with us. And then we've got the Mod Boss back with us today. So we've got Cheryl, the Mod Boss, back with us today, hanging out, helping you guys in the chat, answering questions and tossing out links. So thanks to Cheryl for joining us today. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into today's content. So we're going to jump over here to our Zenfolio dashboard. And what we're going to do is we are going to hop into Customize View. Then we're going to jump over in Theme Designer. And I'm going to show you guys how to customize your display name and menu items. So first, let me jump in Customize View. So anywhere in your Zenfolio dashboard, you can get to Customize View by hovering over My Zenfolio and clicking Customize Website. So anywhere you see this gray bar, you can hover over My Zenfolio and get right to Customize Website just by clicking on that. Now from your dashboard, you can also click this Customize Website button right here as well. But I like using that top little hover action because you can find it pretty much anywhere inside of your Zenfolio account as long as you're actually logged in. So that's why I like using that little top toolbar up there. All right, guys, this is Customize View. If you're not familiar with it, this is where you customize and change and modify the visual appearance of your actual website. So this is where you can change the layouts that you're using. You can change your site menu. You can change up your navigation, your colors, your fonts, the content. This is where all the magic happens for the visual appearance of your website is in Customize View. Now what we're going to do today is we are going to change the appearance of our display name and our menu items. So this is my display name right here. It just says my photography studio name, and then these are my menu items. Now, the first thing you want to know is you want to know what display name you're using and what menu item you're using. So there are a couple of different ones that you can use in Zenfolio. And the best way to find out which one you're using is to go up to Options right here and see what is turned on. So currently I am using my homepage logo, which is my display name, and my homepage menu item right here. If it shows the page header, then you're going to be using your header display name and your header menu item, and that's going to be customized in a different place. And so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to show you how to customize it if you're using the homepage display name and homepage menu items. And then we'll go back and we'll switch over to using the header, and I'll show you the difference. All right, let me go ahead and just switch over to full browser view here so you guys can see everything. So my head's not in the way. And first what I'm going to do is just cancel out of this right here. So I'm going to hit cancel, get out of this, and we are going to load up Theme Designer. Now, those of you who've been watching the live stream for a while, you know that I suggest working in Theme Designer in multiple tabs, and I'm going to explain why here in just a second. So what I want you to do is right click on themes right here and click open in a new tab. And that's going to basically open up another tab of the same exact page. Now, the reason I say do this is because we're going to use this duplicate tab here to actually access Theme Designer. And then we'll have Customize View open in one tab and Theme Designer open in another tab. So what we're going to do in this new tab is we're going to hover over themes right here. Click on that and hit edit theme, and that's going to load us inside of Theme Designer while we still have the other tab open in Customize View. It's going to make working in Theme Designer a lot easier to do. You can bounce back and forth. You don't have to save, close Theme Designer, and then go back. You just bounce back and forth through your tabs, and it's a lot better workflow. It's easier to find things this way, and it's just a lot better workflow. So we're going to jump back over in the Theme Designer tab up there, and this is Theme Designer right here. So you can see there's lots of things in here that you can change and customize, to customize your website, make it match your brand, and use the colors and fonts that you want. So what we're after right now is we're after changing the display name and our menu items on our homepage. And we already decided, or we already saw back there, that we were using our homepage display name. So we're going to be on the homepage tab. And here is our display name right here. So what I'm going to do is just click on this. And let's say that we want to make sure that we're accessing the right element. So what I'm going to do is just click on this and just do something really quick, like change the color to a bright red. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to click Save. Now I can jump back to my other tab, hit Command R on my keyboard and refresh it. And then if my display name turns red, then I know I'm using and changing the right element. So my display name turned red up here at the top. So now I know that's the element that I need to change. Let's go and make that change. So we're going to jump back in Theme Designer. Let's say that we want to leave that black. Or maybe if you have a specific color from your graphic designer, for instance, that you want to use on that display name, you can click on it and you can go down here to the color over on the left side over here, and you can actually put in a HTML color code right here if you want to use a specific color. So if you've got a logo file, you pull it up in Photoshop, pull out the color HTML code, you can paste it in here and match that color, or you can just use the little color options right here to find the color that you like. I'm just going to go back to, let's go back to black, because really what I want to do is I want to change up the font that I'm using. So I'm going to go right here to Font Family and go in here, and we can take a look at all the different font options that are available. So these are all the font options that are available in Zenfolio. If you're not able to find something that you like, you can also access Google Fonts. And Google Fonts is going to let you pull fonts from the Google Font library. And if you want to do that, you just simply click on Add Fonts. That's going to pull up this Google Font library, and there are a lot of fonts. And you can sort them by alphabetical order, or you can just simply kind of scroll down and start looking for something that you like. Once you find something that you like, you just want to kind of click on it, and it's going to add it over here into your Google font list. So let's find something, maybe not something that I would generally use, but just something that looks different from everything else. Let's try this audio wave one here. So that added it over onto my fonts list, and I can remove a lot of these if I don't want to have to kind of browse through all of these. I can remove these so that they're not taking up a bunch of room when I go back to Theme Designer. So I've removed those from my Google font choices. There's that one that I selected, and I'm going to hit OK. And so now I'm going to click back on the display name one more time, go over to Font Family, and then go down to the Google Font section, and there's that audio wave right there, and I can change this. So now for the menu items, these are the homepage menu items right here. I can click on those, and we can change the color, we can change the background image, we can change the drop down. There's lots of different things here that we can change. It just depends on what we're trying to accomplish. So right now you can see the background image. I've got those little dots right there. Let's say maybe we decide that we don't really, we're not a big fan of that and we want to change that. We can go under background right here, come down to image, and we can change this. Now there's actually some uploaded content in here that you can use, or you can upload your own image if you want to use on the background there. So let's say maybe I want to do, instead of the dots, maybe I want to do an inside shadow instead. Now it's going to change the menu bar to look like that. Let's go ahead and change up that font too on the menu items. We're just going to come over here, font family, the same exact thing. We're looking for menu items, font family, and maybe we want to make these, let's do the Geneva right there. And you can see how that font changed. And you can also change the color as well. So now that I've made these changes, what I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and click Save up here on the top left. That's going to save those changes in that theme. And then we can jump back over in the tab, hit Command R. That's going to refresh this browser window. And then the changes that we made will now appear here on this page. So now one of the things you guys want to remember is even though we've refreshed it on the back end of Zenfolio here, Customize View, is kind of like a sandbox. You can come in here and you can play around, you can make changes, you can make your site really ugly like I just did. None of this changes are going to go live until you actually publish your website. So if you are working on a serious rebrand of your company and maybe it takes you a couple of weeks, you can come on the back end of Zenfolio and continuously redesign your website and work on it, and you don't have to publish it until it's ready, and none of the changes that you make will affect your live website until you actually click publish. But if you want to take a preview of it so you can see what it looks like outside of Customize View with those changes, there is a draft preview option right here. And what that does is that's going to open up a new tab and let you preview your website like you actually published it with those changes that you've made. So you can give it a test drive, you can take a look at everything, make sure it's looking the way that you want before you publish it. So let me jump back in Customize View, because now let's switch things up a little bit. We changed the homepage display name and the homepage menu items. What if we were not using our homepage menu items and display name? What if we're using the site header? So let's go ahead and turn that on. So we're going to go to Options. We're going to set the homepage logo to hide, the homepage menu to hide, and I'm going to leave these off just because I want you guys to see what actually goes away when I set those to hide. So let me come down here and apply this. And then once this loads, now you can see that display name up top and the menu item went away. Well, obviously we want some kind of navigation for our clients. When they hit this page, they need to know how to see more of our work, how to contact us, and we can't just leave it with no navigation. So that's where the site header comes into play. So we're going to go to Options and we'll turn on the page header right here and we'll apply that. So let me get myself out of the way so I can show you guys this. That is the page header. Notice it looks incredibly different from the actual homepage menu and homepage display name. And now also we've got this slightly annoying white overlay here on our homepage as well. I'm going to address that as well and get that out of the way. But one of the things I want you guys to see is the homepage header, or the site header, is actually controlled down here. So if you click on site header right here, this is how you can control and customize the elements that appear in your site header, as well as the site header layout that you use. So that's over on the left, right above site footer is site header right here under site preset. But now let's work on customizing this a little bit more. Maybe we want to get rid of this background image, change the font, and change all this stuff up. So the good thing is I've still got Theme Designer opened up in a separate tab. So I don't even have to open Theme Designer up again. I've already got it open. So we're just going to jump over to Theme Designer, which is right here. And you can see my page header right here. Now, if you notice, I can't click on it and access it. I can't make any changes. That's because I'm on the Homepage tab, and you have to make the changes on the Style tab. Now, the nice thing is we've put this little notification there, and you can actually click on that, and it'll take you right to the Style tab here. And this is where we can go and customize that page header. So we're going to scroll down, click right on the header here, and let's start by removing this background image that I've placed over it. So I'm just going to go on the header. So we're looking for header over here under the toolbox. And we're going to go down to background. Here's the background color. There's a gradient you can apply. And then finally, here's the image. So I'm going to click on that. And that was actually a custom image that I uploaded. You can create your own custom background image for your header and upload it. Or Zenfolio has some built-in designs that you can choose here as well. But let's say maybe we want to just get rid of that and keep our header nice, clean, and simple. We're just going to remove that image. And now it's going to be a plain white header right here. And so next, let's go ahead and change that display name on that header there. Maybe we want to change the text to something else. So we're going to click on the display name, come over here to display name, and you can change the text. So let's do, let's just go with something outrageously ugly, the atomic age, and just make it really different. So we're going to click on that, and then we'll hit save. And again, we're leaving Theme Designer open because it's super easy just to jump back and forth between the tabs. But when you actually have to go in and open it up, that takes a little bit more time. And so it's nice and simple just to leave it open. And we're just jumping back to another tab. So just so you guys can see what I'm actually doing, let me drag this down. And so here's what I have. I have Theme Designer opened in this tab. And then this was that preview. Let me close that tab. Here is where Customize View is right here. So all I'm doing is jumping back and forth between these tabs right here. So we're in Theme Designer. I'm going to jump over to Customize View. But first we need to make sure that we actually save that theme, because now I don't remember if I saved those changes. So we're going to click Save one time right here. Jump over to Customize View. Command R on the keyboard or hit the little refresh symbol. And let's see if those changes take effect. All right, so the header image went away. We've now got this kind of annoying font here that's being used. We've customized our header. We could, change this submenu down here. We could change that just by going back and doing that. But what I'm really wanting to do is I really want to get rid of this annoying little white bar right here because it just is annoying and I don't know why it's there. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop back over in Theme Designer. We're going to track down that bar and we are going to get rid of that bar right there. So I'm going to jump back over in Theme Designer. Let's switch this text back to something that's not as annoying as the atomic age there. We'll just go back with something like Verdania for now. Just something kind of plain and simple. And I have a hunch that that color is coming from a overlay. So I'm going to click on this overlay here and we're just going to take a look and see if that's where it's coming from. So I'm going to drop the color of this overlay here. I'm going to hit done and save. And now we're going to jump back again to the other tab. Command R on our keyboard. And guys, if you have any questions while I'm going through this, if there's any specific elements that you've been working on in your Zenfolio account, trying to figure out how to change it, anything you want me to show you, go back and review, definitely please let me know and I'll make sure to get that and show you how to do that. So as you guys can see, that super annoying overlay thing did not go away. So I've got to track down where that's coming from. Now, one of the things I want to know is what layout am I using right here? I am using this layout here with a floating menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch over to a full screen layout without that floating menu, and that should probably get rid of that overlay. So let me just do that. So switching layouts is going to change the composition of your page, and that annoying little overlay thing just went away because I switched the layout and the overlay I made transparent. So guys, that's how you change your display name and your menu items. There's 2 different menus on the homepage. There's actually 3 different menus if you use your footer. But you just need to jump over in Theme Designer, make sure you find the right element to change, make those changes, and save it. And then once you're happy, you have to remember to click that Publish button. So if you make these changes and you never click Publish, it's not going to go live to your actual live website. It's just going to stay here on the back end. And then when you go visit your website and it still looks the same as it did before, you're going to be confused. So make sure that you click that Publish button if you're done making the changes that you wanted to make. All right, guys, let me catch up on you guys here in chat. So let me just get back to my dashboard. And if you guys ever land on this page and you're not sure how to get back to your dashboard, you just have to click on the welcome button right here, and that will take you right back to your Zenfolio dashboard. So that is how you get back to the dashboard. All right, let me check on you guys here in chat really quick. All right, so Roxanne says, hello, Cheryl and Robert. Hey, Roxanne, glad you're hanging out with us. Home Phone says, aloha. Always chilling out in Hawaii, Home Phone, like making me jealous. I've never been, would love to go, but aloha back at you. And yes, Cheryl is back, so the mod boss is back hanging out with us today. It's great to have her back. She does an awesome job moderating in the chat. And guys, if you have any questions, make sure you put those in the live chat sooner than later, because we run out of time really fast on the live stream. And don't forget, there is a 30-second delay. So by the time I see that question, 30 seconds has gone by, and that's why it might take me a few more seconds to answer that question. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get into some of the email questions that you guys gave me on the link from last week so I can answer these questions. But guys, if you have any questions out there, go ahead and get them in the chat. All right, so my first question, and actually really quick before I get into email questions, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, guys, make sure you subscribe. We do weekly video tutorials, and this week a really awesome video came out all about sales tax. So let me just copy this video link and throw it out to you guys in chat. This is a quick video with some tips to help you understand and help you with sales tax, and it was made by one of our awesome support members here, Amanda. She's super awesome. Here's that video link for you guys. Check it out. It's going to give you some nice quick tips to help you with sales tax. All right, let me jump into the email questions. So what I'm going to do is go over here and grab these email questions. So my first question here says, I'm trying to set up an event and I want users to be able to search for themselves or to go through the galleries one by one. Is this possible? So guys, if you're not familiar with Zenfolio events, this is a feature that's only available to our advanced users. So you have to have an advanced account or a premium business account first to access this feature. So first, let me show you guys where to go so you can check and see what account level you have. That way, if you go back later on and try to figure this out, you're not confused as to why that event is not an option for you. So anywhere in your Zenfolio account, just hover over settings and go to account, and you're going to see a little thing right here that says account level right here, and mine says special because this is a demo account, and that's why mine says special. Chances are you're going to see something like starter, pro, or advanced. So as long as you have the advanced account, you are going to get access to this event feature that I'm about to show you. If you're on a lower level account and you really like this event feature, you should definitely consider upgrading to get this. And not only are you going to get the Zenfolio event feature when you upgrade to the advanced level, you're also going to get phone support, and you are going to get a lot more control over orders. You can integrate Miller's Labs into your account as well as a lot of other additional features. So it's definitely nice to make that upgrade and get the phone support and these additional features. All right, so let me get back to my dashboard and I'm going to show you guys this event feature. And my red solo cup is out of commission. I don't know what happened to it. I went to go fill it up today and it was kind of smashed. And I think maybe my son got a hold of it, but I'm not quite sure. But so now it's a giant blue solo cup moving forward. All right, guys, so let's talk about Zenfolio events. There are two types of events in Zenfolio, and I went over this a little bit last week. Somebody else had a question, and I know I talked about the restricted event. So what I'm going to focus on this time is what's called an open event. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to photos, and what an open event does is it basically creates a searchable container that will allow clients to search for photos by keyword. So what I'm going to do is just click in all photographs right here. I'm going to click new event, and let me get myself out of the way here so you guys can see this stuff, or at least let me make the screen a little bit bigger here. There we go. So I've clicked on all photographs. I'm going to click new and go down here to event, and I'm just going to name this event demo. And basically what we've just done is we've created a searchable container. An open event allows people to search for photos by keyword, but it only searches the contents that are inside of that event. So I'm going to leave this set to open. I'm going to hit save. And then from here, we need to get some content in here. So let me go over into this demo event that I was working on earlier today, and let's move some content over. So I'm just going to move this gallery into this demo event here. So I'm going to click on this little drop down, hit move, and we're going to drop it right into this new demo event that I created that's an open event. Now, the key to the photos being searchable is that they are keyworded. That is going to be the key, and that's what's going to make these photos searchable. But with an open event, you can also let people freely browse through the gallery as well. So there is an option that you have to check. It's over here in a second, and I'm going to show you guys this right here. There's an option that you check, and that is going to make that gallery appear on the event landing page where people do their searches, and then they can also browse through the gallery as well. So let me refresh my screen. My internet seems to be wanting to play games with me, and I'm not going to be dealing with that very well. So I refreshed my screen, and now that gallery has moved over into this new event. So I'm just going to delete this one so you guys don't get confused as to why there's two demo events. All right, so now I only have this single demo event in here. And what I'm going to do is let's keyword these photos. Now, I recommend keywording your photos in either Lightroom, Photoshop, or whatever software you're doing your post-processing in. But you can definitely keyword your photos in Zenfolio as well. So what we want to do is maybe we want to make these photos searchable by the person's name. So I'm going to click on the photo. We can go to photo details right here. And then I'm just going to type in, this has already got some information in here from the other event. I'm just going to type in Alicia. Then I'm going to hit next photo. And I'm going to type in Allison. And I'm going to hit the next photo. And in this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Alicia, Allison, because that's a group photo, and both of these people appear in this photo. And guys, this is our awesome support team in North Carolina. This is pictures you're seeing here. That's who these guys are. Super, super awesome people. If you've ever interacted with our support team, you guys know how awesome they are. 90% of our support team are photographers as well. So chances are, if you want to talk about if you want to talk about photography, you're going to be able to engage them pretty nicely in the chat. Man, I dare you guys, next time you're chatting with our support agents, or if you're sending in emails, ask them what kind of camera they use or what they shoot on. Just randomly ask them. You'll be surprised. 90% of our support team are photographers as well. And it's really nice to engage and chat with them about photography as well as Zenfolio. But, all right, so what we're going to do is we've got Alicia, Allison keyworded, and we got the group photo here keyworded with both of their names. And I'm just going to save that. So now the next thing is we also want to make sure that this gallery is not just searchable, but browsable. So what we're going to do is on our toolbox over here, we're going to click on gallery, and we are going to click show on the event page so that this gallery thumbnail also shows up on the event landing page. So we have an open event. It's a searchable container, and we've got a gallery that's going to show and let people browse. So what we're going to do is click on the event right over here. And this is the page that you're going to want people to land on to search for their photos. Let me pull this up in customize view so I can show you guys how it works. I'll also show you some customizing that you can do to it as well. Okay, so this is the event page right here. And as you can see, there's, it says you put your content here and all this stuff. I'm going to customize this, pretty it up a little bit, and show you how it should look. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to layout. And we're going to choose a layout that is showing these thumbnails here so that that gallery thumbnail can show up and let people browse. So I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to click apply. And after that applies that change, you're going to see that there is some new content here. So first thing I want to do is if you want to add a slideshow or something on there, you can. I'm going to get rid of this because I want people to either browse the gallery or search. I don't really want them paying attention to this center content right here. So I'm going to go to options, and we're going to set the spotlight to hide, and also make sure that that top banner is set to hide. And we're going to click apply. So that's going to get rid of that content that was in the middle. And then it's also going to move up that gallery where they can browse. So here's that gallery, and there are some more customizing that we can do. We can change the type of gallery that's showing down here. We can go to options, grid options. We could set this to be a dynamic gallery like this, make it a little bit bigger. And that kind of thing. And so now we've totally changed the look of this page, but I really want to show you how the event works. So let me just open this up in a draft preview so you guys can see it. And this is the event landing page here. So people can click on this and they can go and they can actually browse through the photos of the gallery if they want, rather than searching. Or if they go back by hitting back in their browser, they can put in a keyword to search. So they can put in Alicia. And now I'm going to see only the photos that have been keyworded with the word Alicia, which was her individual photo and the group photo. Or if I change it to Allison. So I'm going to change it over to Allison and hit go. And that's going to show me only the photos that have been keyworded with Allison, which should be her individual photo and her group photo right there. So that is how an open event works. It allows you to search and browse simultaneously if you want, or you can set it up just to require a search. It's really good for if you photograph marathons, for instance. Maybe you're keywording everybody's photos with their bib number. This lets people come in there, enter their bib number, and then they can see all the pictures where their bib number has been keyworded in and see just the photos of them. So that's really what an open event is good for. All right, let me check on you guys in chat for a second here. Let me just get back to my dashboard. And let's see here. So let's go back up. HomePhone says, wishing I was in Hawaii. I am not, unfortunately. Oh, man, that is unfortunate. I've never been, but again, I have seen photos, and it looks beautiful, and I would love to go. It looks like HomePhone says, will not be back there in forever. Oh, man. Cheryl says, mod boss. Yes, Cheryl, you are the mod boss. Roxanne says that's because you are special, Robert. Thank you, Roxanne. And then HomePhone says, a bit giggly today. Do share. What does mod boss pull up? I haven't keyworded the mod boss photo. I should definitely go back and keyword it for sure. All right, guys. If you have any more questions, please get those in the chat so I can make sure to get those answered. We've still got about 20 minutes left. What I'm going to do is go ahead and jump over and take another email question. Guys, if you're watching the recorded version of this live stream, make sure to go to the description below and hit up that document and keep emailing me these questions so I have questions for you guys to answer on the next week's stream. Also, don't forget, guys, we are in iTunes. So if you go to iTunes, the podcast directory, and you search Zenfolio Video Tutorials, you can actually subscribe to us in iTunes, and you will get an instant notification whenever a new video is posted. You can actually get it to download right to your device, whether it's an iPad, your iPhone, whatever you watch your podcast on. Also, if you like to get the copies of these live streams so you can go back and review what we talked about, those are also pushed out through iTunes as well if you subscribe to the to our podcast in iTunes. So make sure you check it out in iTunes. All right, my next email question here says, can I have different price lists for different markets? Well, absolutely. So I definitely recommend doing this. And I know I've answered this question, I think I answer this question at least 3 times a day with the photographers that I work with. And it's a really a great feature that Zenfolio has is we let you have as many price lists as you want, and you can price your different client markets differently. So if I go into my account here, and one of the things you're going to have, guys, is if you don't have a pro plan or higher, you're not going to get access to these selling features. So if you've got a starter plan, maybe you're just starting out and you're wondering what plan that you should purchase. If you want to sell your work, you need to go with at least a pro plan or higher. If you're just starting out, the pro plan is a great plan to get started on, and you can upgrade at any time if you want. So you can absolutely have different price lists for different client markets. And in fact, I recommend that you do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the selling section of Zenfolio. And let me just make my screen a little bit bigger here. We're going to go into the selling section of Zenfolio. And this is where you start building your price list. Now, there are some really great video tutorials on building price lists on our YouTube channel, and I would definitely recommend going through and watching those because they are very detailed and they are step by step. And if you only watch one, the one that I would recommend watching is called building a better price list by knowing your camera aspect ratio and your maximum print size. What that video is going to do is that video is going to show you how to figure out what aspect ratio you're shooting in off of your camera if you don't know. And then it's going to show you the print sizes in that aspect ratio that are available through Zenfolio and show you how to build your price list based on that, so that any photo that you upload will automatically fit on the products that you offer. Now that's one thing that that video is going to do. The next thing is that video is also going to tell you how to calculate your maximum print size. So this is one thing that's really important that you guys understand, is how large of a print is your image file capable of producing. That way, when you're building your price list, you don't offer your clients a product that your camera, that your image files are just simply not capable of producing. So knowing your max print size is really going to help you know how large of a print you can offer to your clients without it being pixelated and things like that. So what we're going to do is jump into price list. So we're just going to click right on price list. And as you guys can see, I've got tons of different price lists in here. But I'm just going to take you through really quick and show you how to make a price list and how to name it using the blank price list option. So we're going to go add blank price list right here. And up here at the top, you're going to give the price list a name. Now, your clients never see the price list name. That is just for your internal organization. So if you're making this price list for a specific client genre, then you just want to title the price list for that genre. So maybe this is my portraits price list. Now, some people will ask me, do I recommend making a different price list for different clients? Maybe you're doing a portrait session for a family member, and then maybe you're doing a portrait session for an actual client that you've never met before. And obviously, we're not going to charge our family member quite as much as we would charge an actual client. In some cases, we might even charge the family member more, but in most cases, we're going to give our family a break on that portrait price list. So do I recommend creating specific price lists for clients if I'm going to give them a discount? Absolutely not. I recommend using the same price list and giving them a coupon that gives them a discount. This way, when your sister is getting a portrait session and prints for basically nothing, she can still look and see how much you would actually have charged her if she was a client, and she can understand the true value of what you're giving her, and she can truly appreciate it. So that's just my 2 cents on the matter. Definitely something that's completely up to you, just my suggestion. All right, we're going to add a couple of products to this really quick. I'm not going to just go through the whole building spill. I'm just going to add a couple of products, and then we'll build another price list. So let's say that for this, we want to offer 4x6s, 8x12s, and maybe 16x20s. So we're going to click those and add those to the price list, and then just set the pricing really quick with the pricing formula. And then we'll round it up to the nearest dollar. Now, I know I'm going through this really quick, guys. Again, there are really good tutorials on our YouTube channel that will walk you through building a price list step by step in very detailed fashion and give you all the best practices suggestions as well. So if you're not familiar with building a price list, I definitely recommend that you check those out. All right, so I'm going to apply this markup, and then I'm just going to go down and save this price list. So now I've built a price list called portraits. Apparently I've built this a couple of times. Let me delete one. And then let's say maybe I want to build a price list that's kind of like my portraits price list, but it's going to be for a sports shoot. And so obviously I'm probably going to charge that genre a little differently, and I might even offer different products. I'm not very well going to offer memory mates to a portrait client, because it doesn't make any sense to offer a sports memory mate to a portrait client. But maybe I want to offer some of the products that I offer in my portraits price list to those sports clients, and then add a couple of other products and change the price. What I can do is just duplicate the portrait price list to give me a place to start. We're going to change the name right here to sports. And then what we are going to do is click add products, and then we can go down to photo gifts, sports and schools, and add in the memory mates here. So we're going to add those products. And then, like I said, we would maybe come and, these are going to be clients where I'm probably uploading right out of camera, probably not spending very much time in post-processing, not doing a lot to them. So we're not going to charge quite as much. At least I'm not. At least that's the model that I follow. So I'm just going to do like a 200% markup, round it up to the nearest dollar, and then maybe go back up here and kind of drop my print pricing down just a little bit. Just like that. And then we would go down here and hit save. And that's how you make price lists for specific client genres. Now, obviously, I just ran through it really quick. You're going to want to put a lot more thought, take a lot more time into it. Definitely get those video tutorials and follow those when you're building this, at least for the first time. That way you can kind of see what all the options are and make sure that you build this price list to be the best and be as successful as it can. All right, let me hop back to my dashboard, guys, and let me catch up with you guys there in chat. All right. Let me grab a quick sip here. All right, so Cheryl is throwing those links out for you guys. Whoa. Cheryl is throwing those links out for you guys in chat. And yes, Roxanne, I know I've been really bad in the past about not grabbing those links and putting them in the video description. And so that's something that I'm going to do moving forward. I think I did it last week. If not, then I'm sorry. But something we're going to be doing moving forward is anytime the live stream is over, I'm going to copy those links, put them in the actual video description so that when the recording is pushed out, it'll have all the links that we shared in the chat in the video description below. Okay, let's see. So she put out that, and Roxanne says, yay, thank you, Cheryl. Yes, Cheryl is awesome. She's copying all those links into a separate doc for me so I can make sure to add those to a price list. Roxanne says, I seem to be having trouble assigning price list to certain images. Okay, so that's probably going to be a case where I would have to look specifically at it. However, there are a couple things that can cause that problem, Roxanne. So let me jump into photos here really quick. And let me just show you this. So let me go to right here. And let's say I've got this new gallery down here. And it's got all of these photos here. Now, these are really small photos. They're PNGs. And what I'm going to do is go build a price list really quick with some large prints. Because I'm going to guess, Roxanne, that probably what is going on with that is that maybe the price list you're trying to assign to the photo doesn't have order approval turned on. And if you're uploading small, low-res files and you plan on replacing those later, or if the image that you upload is not capable of meeting the resolution requirements for that print, then it's going to not show those products on that price list. So if you're building a price list, let me just do one really quick. I'm going to go to selling, and I will go to price list right here. And then what I'm going to do is add a blank price list, and I'm just going to call this 20 by 30. So I'm going to click add products. We're going to go to MPix Pro and we'll add a 20 by 30 print just to this price list. So 20 by 30. And what I'm going to do is turn order approval off. Because what I want you guys to see is I'm going to turn order approval off. And then I'm going to save this. And then if I assign this price list to a specific photo or to a gallery, and the images in there are not capable of producing that print size, since order approval is turned off, it's actually not going to show up. So let me go to photos, and we're going to go to this gallery right here, and I'm going to assign that price list to the two white photos right here. So we'll go pricing, allow ordering, and then here's 20 by 30 with order approval turned off. And then maybe I assign a different price list to these that actually has order approval turned on. So let me just go here and maybe we do portraits and save. So now when I preview this, if I click on this, that 20 by 30 is not available here for sale. Even though this photo has a price list that has the 20 by 30, it's not available for sale because that photo is not capable of producing a 20 by 30 print, and order approval is turned off. So then the lab cannot print this, and you don't have the chance to stop the order and replace it with the full resolution file. So that's why that 20 by 30 is not available here. So let me jump back, and hopefully that is the problem. Now, if it's a digital download, let me just check in the chat here what you're saying here. So I created the digital download photo from the existing images. That is the problem. So I should re-upload the images for digital download. If the image is too small, so back to digital downloads here, let me just go to digital downloads. It sounds like maybe the image is too small to create the digital download setting that you have. So if you go to selling digital products here, and then if you go to single image download, if you have the image dimensions for that download set to original photo, that's just going to let the client download whatever photo it is that you uploaded. If it's a small resolution, it will. If it is a larger file, it's going to let them download the original photo. But if your digital product image dimension is set up to be something like 5 megapixel, and then you've uploaded a small preview image that does not meet that 5 megapixel requirement, then that photo is not going to be able to be purchased for this digital product size, and you need to make sure that order approval is turned on. Order approval is going to make the world of the difference in this product, in any of your products. As long as you have order approval turned on, your clients will be able to order photos, even if they're not capable of producing the print sizes or digital download size that's there. Now, if it's something else, let me see if I can clarify in the chat here if there's something else going on. So let me scroll in here and catch up to you guys on chat. I created a digital download folder from copying the existing one. So a collection. Okay. So if you're using a collection, let me just run through collections really quick. Sorry, I should have read that. If you're using a collection, collections don't allow you to change the settings of the photos. Collections pull in the settings from the gallery that the photo originates in. So if I go here, let's say I create a new collection, and I just call this one demo. And then if I copy photos from different galleries into this collection, so maybe I go to my archive here, and I go to public galleries. Let's find something to go to. Blog photos. If I go to blog photos and I copy this photo over to the collection, so if I say add to collection, and we put it in this demo collection down here, and then if I set this gallery to private, and it makes that photo private, I can't change the access to that photo in the collection. I also cannot change the price list that's assigned to this photo in the collection because it's pulling all of its settings from its originating gallery. So if I look at this photo in this collection down here at the very bottom, you're going to see that that photo is private. Even though the collection is public, that photo is private. That's because it's coming from another gallery and it's bringing all the settings with it from that gallery. If you want to be able to independently control it, then you need to just copy it into a new gallery rather than a collection. So let's say I want to, let me just close some of this stuff up here. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it better. All right, so let me close some of this stuff up. Let me close this archive up right here. And what we're going to do is go to clients right here. And let's say maybe I want to take some of the photos from this gallery and kind of consolidate them in another gallery and be able to independently control them. Well, rather than using a collection, what you need to do is copy them into the gallery. So I'm going to copy them into this cover photos gallery. So I'm going to hold command. And let's say I want this photo and this photo and this photo. I go to photo actions. I hit copy and I copy them to the cover photos gallery. I'm actually putting them in a gallery. So I'm going to be able to independently control the price list of those photos, the access control settings of those photos in both places. So I can set this entire gallery right here to private. And I can also turn off the price list. Let me get that out of the way. I can also turn off the price list in this gallery or assign a price list to it. And then in the gallery where I copied the photos to, you can change the price list and change the access controls independently because it's actually in a gallery and not a collection. So you're going to see I made the originating gallery private. So let me do that again because I guess I didn't wait long enough. Let me make it private. So all of these photos are private, but if I go to cover photos, they are going to be public. So those photos are public. And I can click on here and change the pricing for those photos in this. So it sounds like you're working within a collection and you need to be copying the photos into a gallery. And that's what's going to give you that independent control in both sections. So hopefully that answered your question there. Let's see. Yep. Okay. All right. Yeah. So finally I caught up. I was on kind of getting there. You know, sometimes it can be so many different things. It's almost easier just to see it. But I think between all of us and then you and Cheryl talking back and forth, we got it figured out. So thanks, Cheryl, for the help with that. That's why she is the mod boss. All right, guys, we've got about 5 more minutes left. So if you have any more questions, please make sure to get those in the chat. If I can't figure it out, Mod Boss Cheryl will figure it out, and we will get those questions answered. Let me go ahead and grab another email question really quick. All right, so my next email question here says, how do I charge for digital downloads? I have MPIC stuff set up, but I want to charge and sell for digital downloads. How do I do that? All right, so to sell digital downloads, you have to go through the process of creating a digital product first and adding it to your price list. So there's a really good video tutorial for that. It walks you through it step by step. Just go to our YouTube channel and search for creating a digital product, selling digital photos. Any of that will pull up the tutorial that I'm talking about. It's a great tutorial. It walks you through it step by step. But I'm going to show you really quick how to do it here on the live stream. So let me just switch over. And the first thing you want to do is create digital products. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to selling right here, and we're going to go to digital products. And this is where you actually create the digital products that you're offering for sale. So we're going to click on digital products. And then I've got a couple of example products here created, but I'm going to take some time and walk you guys through this process so you see how it works. So we're going to go add digital products. And this is actually one of my favorite features in Zenfolio. I know you guys that watch the live stream often probably hear me talk about this all the time. And then if you guys have done any one-on-one sessions with me, I love our digital products feature. It is amazing. But the first thing we're going to do is give this a title. So let's say that we are creating a digital download that they can use on their social media sites only. So I'm just going to say single image. I'm going to say single image download, and then put a little space and say social media use. All right, so I've put that in the title so it clearly kind of explains what this product is. The next thing we're going to do is choose the image license. Now, Zenfolio has some built-in licenses that you can use. If you've got one that you've already been using, you can upload your own license into Zenfolio and actually choose it from an option down here. And this is part of the reason why I personally love our digital products feature, because whatever license we apply to this image, and in this case, it's going to be the online use, no printing license. Whatever license that we apply to this, when your clients go to purchase this product, it pops up on the screen during the checkout process. They're supposed to read the license and then choose, yes, I agree to it. Then after that, they can download the photos. And then the nice thing is that license actually comes in the zip file with the digital download. So if you are letting them print and you're giving them a print release in the license, that print release actually comes in the download, and they'll have it with them, and they can take it to the lab and print it. And if the lab asks for a print release, they'll actually have access to it. So that's why I love our digital products feature. Now the next thing we're going to do is choose image dimensions. Most of the time, if you're selling these for people to print, I'm going to go with original photo, but since we're doing a social media download, we're going to click here and just choose a low resolution file right here. So now our system is actually going to downsize the photo for you to that 1 megapixel, and that's the final result that the client will get, is a 1 megapixel digital image. We're going to leave the category set to download, and then this is the most important part of setting up your digital product: the number of items required for your digital, or for this product. So if you want them to pay per photo that they're downloading, you're going to leave both of these set to 1, and then we're just going to go to the bottom and click save. Now you could create more digital products in different configurations. If you want to let them download a high resolution file, if you want to let them download more than one image, you can create different digital products in different configurations. And that video tutorial on our YouTube channel will walk you through that process. I'm just going to show you how to add this to your price list really quick so you can offer it for sale. So you're going to go to selling. And the nice thing is once you create that product as well, you can actually put it into as many different price lists as you want, as many different packages as you want, and you can actually charge differently for each package and each price list. You can have that digital product priced differently. But we're going to go to price list, and then we're just going to add it to our portraits price list right here. We're going to click on that price list. Once it loads, we're going to add that digital product in. Sorry about that, guys. I had to mute. I was coughing. All right. So we're going to add this digital product into our price list. We're going to go and click Add Products. And then we're going to switch from looking at MPix Pro products to our studio name. And that's where we're going to see downloads, and we can actually add that product. So here's that single image download for social media use. We're going to click that and then click Add Selected Products at the bottom. And then all we have to do is price it. So we're going to come right here and put the price. Let's say we're doing the social media download for $5. We'll put it there and then click save. And now we've got that digital download in our price list where clients can go and purchase it. All right, guys, let me see if I can get this one more question answered here in chat. So let me jump over here. All right, so D Moore says, how do I change my Zenfolio name in GoDaddy? So in GoDaddy, you're going to have to either purchase a domain name if you don't have it, or if you already have it, you just need to make sure that you point your domain name over to Zenfolio. Now, I've actually got a video tutorial on our YouTube channel. If you go to our channel and you search GoDaddy, I think it's publicly there where you can search it. If not, if Cheryl can throw that link out in the chat really quick, there's a video tutorial that walks you through GoDaddy, shows you how to change the settings in your GoDaddy account, and then it'll bring you back to Zenfolio and show you how to set things up in Zenfolio. But in your account, you can also find the instructions for this as well. You just need to go to settings right here, go to website, and then go to custom domain right here. And you can click instructions, and this will tell you the steps that you need to follow right here. But there is also a video tutorial, like I said, on our YouTube channel that will walk you through those steps as well. Let me see if I can find that for you really quick. So let me see if I can get that pulled up. Let's see if I can beat Cheryl. Probably not, but I'm going to try. Great question, though. I love GoDaddy. They are super easy to use, and I have never had an issue with my GoDaddy subdomain yet. So let me just do this, and let me get you this video tutorial here. All right. Oh, she beat me. Here's the GoDaddy one, though. Here's the GoDaddy tutorial right here in case she didn't do it. So that's the GoDaddy tutorial, and that will walk you through the process actually and show you GoDaddy's side of things and show you all the changes that you need to make. All right, guys, unfortunately, we are out of time. I do want to say thank you to everybody who came and hang out with me today on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for having those awesome questions. Those of you guys who are watching the recorded version, thank you so much for all of your email questions. I really appreciate those coming in and getting to answer those for you the following week. So make sure that you keep sending those questions in. Would love to have you join us on a live stream, but hey, I know life gets busy and you can't always be where you want to be. So until next week, guys, I hope you all have a safe week and a fun and safe weekend.